Dropping fat for most people is an absolute nightmare. And time again, for many people out there, they keep failing. And you must think to yourself, every time I do this, I get super stressed at the thought of transforming my body and dropping the fat that I need to. You are sat there thinking, where do I start? I tried this nutrition plan before, it worked for a little while, then I gave up. I'm going to try that again, see if it works, but you end up failing time and time again, following the same structure. So what we are going to do today is we're going to give you the complete guide of fat loss, one of 3 videos. We make 3 videos to give you the complete guide to transforming your body and getting the fat loss once and for all. Before we keep carrying on with the video, please click the subscribe button and this will get you updated with everything you need along the way to get that amazing body composition you've always wanted and drop the fat that you've always needed. Before we start, I want to explain the type of people that will be watching this video. There'll be a lot of people out there that had that quick fix before, they've lost weight in the past, and they're always going to go back to that same sequence that they did before that maybe worked for a period of time. But understanding that it didn't work properly and it wasn't the right thing to follow because you're not where you should be now and you've fallen backwards. Being able to lose fat is something you need to do and then you need to sustain. And if you can't do the second part of sustaining, then you are in a sequence of following something incorrectly or your knowledge is too low because you're not able to navigate through life being healthy. Because understand that there's other people out there with the same stress that you have and the same problems that you have who are also shredded, lean, healthy at a very, very high level. So what are they doing that you're not? And that is lack of information from your side. Once you understand the information, you're going to be able to apply that information throughout different aspects of life. And that is the key. So that is the next part we are going to explain. We're going to give you a structure over 3 videos to give you that guidance. And the first part of this video we're going to start with is why to lose fat. This is the most important part, and that is going to set a beacon for you to work towards and always have that beacon to work towards because that's going to keep you right on track throughout your journey, through your ups and your downs. Why lose fat? That is the biggest question. Why should you do it and what should you drive towards while doing it? Should be lifestyle, relationships will become better, your work will become better, your confidence will become better while your lifestyle is improving. So what does that look like in more detail? Your relationships with your partner, your physical aspect, your day-to-day well-being with the partner, the way you communicate will get far, far better when your body is looking the right place, when your hormones are in the right place, and all the other benefits that come along with it, which then leads on to your work, which is the same. Your professional relationships with your colleagues, the way you're perceived in work is going to be a big deal. The way that you're creative in your work is going to be a really important part to help you grow. And it's not by coincidence that a lot of people that get into incredible shape get promoted at work, they make more money, they end up improving. These are things you need to work towards. And again, as I said, the confidence that you feel in the clothes that you wear will then come off in the way you have your relationships and your work. So this ties in with these 2 massively. And as I said, with these all focused in on one another, you're going to see a huge improvement on your lifestyle as a whole. And that is what should drive you on a day-to-day basis. Because if you care about your relationships and you care about money and where you want to go in life, then you should be focusing on your fat loss. And that is something that you need to work towards. The next reason why you should lose fat would be risk of disease. A lot of people end up getting a disease, cancer, arthritis, gut issues, which these gut issues can arise with far other problems along the way. And a lot of these problems that occur are from having high fat. So when your fat's really high, your body's under a lot of stress, your hormones are all over the place, which massively, massively increases your chances of these issues. And as you get older, your risk gets higher and higher and higher over time, and you end up in a situation where you're very likely for one of these things to happen. And why you should think of that as a beacon to work towards is that if you really don't want these problems, and they will happen eventually if you don't look after yourself, so that should be something that drives you on a day-to-day basis to reduce the risk of these things down as massively as possible. There would be no worse feeling than waking up one day with an issue that is unreversible, and that there alone should drive you towards that health and that optimization of your body. The next reason why you should lose fat would be family, your children, your parents, your partner. If you are someone who wants to get optimized health, what is going to happen if you don't? Your children are going to be overweight. Your children are not overweight because you're super healthy, because you're the one that feeds them. It's your lack of education that is causing them to be overweight and unhealthy. So when you get into great shape and you have the education and they see that you're disciplined and they see you turning up to the gym all the time, they are going to then take those and they are going to then take them on for the rest of their life. In terms of your parents, these are people that will be very much harder to help with because they have been, through life differently, but at least having a positive change, it can add on 5, 10, even 15 years onto your parents' life. So don't be selfish and get healthy, and that will make a big difference to people around you. It will massively help them. So if you're not just doing it for yourself, do it for the other people around you. Your partner, if you are taking home garbage food, your partner will also have that same issue, and they will then have you be far more likely to be in a situation in where they are constantly ordering food. They are in a situation where they eat the wrong things when they shouldn't. They don't exercise when they should. They don't walk when they should because you are unhealthy. And the opposite will happen when you are healthy. Your partner will get much healthier. And that is a massive drive towards, again, why you should lose fat is your lifestyle, your risk of disease, and your family will all make massive improvements. Number 2 is how to lose fat and optimize health. As you can see here, you have nutrition, training, and lifestyle. The reason I have named these down here is because I want you to understand that these are the only principles that you really need to concentrate on. Before people's journey, they overwhelm themselves thinking that they have to concentrate on so many different moving factors in their life. And number 1 is they never get started, which is the biggest problem for most people. They never actually make that first step. They're always thinking, when is the best time to start? When is the perfect time to start? There's never going to be a perfect time to start. You just need to get started and start making those improvements. When you have that got started and then you just focus on those 3 as a whole, you get the right nutrition and education behind that. Same with nutrition, training and education and everything there, and you're following the right program, and you have the right lifestyle factors, which means that you right balance of when you train, how much you train, what you're doing outside of the gym, and you have the right things to follow. You will get in incredible shape for once and for all. And the most important part of getting this balance correct is once you get that correct and it's consistent, you will then not fall back. Like I said at the start of the video, it's all well and good dropping the weight and getting into amazing shape and strong and fit and healthy, but if you can't stick to it, then it is completely pointless even starting. So that is why you have to have the right information with these things that are sustainable and achievable along the way. So we are going to shoot another video that is the complete guide to fat loss, episode 2, and it's going to take you through the nutrition, the training, and the lifestyle in detail to understand exactly what to do on a day-to-day basis. We'll give you an amazing structure so then you can understand actually how to implement it, and this will help you and guide you. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, click the button below. This will get you all updated with new videos that I'm updating, and it'll really help you stick to the plan and actually achieve that body composition that you've always desired.